nights in Glasgow. You think you can affect me with a 5 fights and 9 injections in the first night in Glasgow. Second row, 5 people just pulling hair and shit. Nothing, no hecklers. Just fucking hammering people. Almost get thrown off the balcony, which I didn't know because thank God I have lights in my eyes. That might have thrown off a bit. Sometimes you can power through a heckler and ignore them, but some have fallen 30 feet to their death. That's it. Fucking awful people. Great shows, like fantastic shows. People, 5 people, fucking second, third row fighting each other, and everyone around them sitting as calmly as they can. And then they say, you're tweeting me. Oh, you're coming out for pictures afterwards? No. You? Fucking crowd of you. And I said something the second night in Glasgow about I'm kind of looking forward to the awkward silence and security of England, which got huge boots. And Bingo's reading me notes from the last show last night, and she goes, "Oh, you should do that again." I go, "We're in England." I wonder where we are. There's a few ways I can go with this, and I think. Some guy's gonna jump off a bridge, and you know about this? Yeah, it's in Edinburgh, and I was outside smoking after. We did a burn of the show, because I hadn't been on stage for 2 months, so I go, we're gonna fuck somebody over. It's in Edinburgh. 50 seater, just so I could practice and talking again. And then after the show, I'm at the hotel, standing outside smoking, and some guy and his girl are in a tiff, and he's... There's a bridge right there, and he starts to try to jump off the bridge, you know. I went, that guy's, is he jumping off the bridge? They go, a lot of people, the guy was smoking with, nonplussed. Got a lot of people commit suicide. I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch. You might be bored with this. So I walk over, and a couple of guys, by the time I get across the street, had grabbed him. So, peer pressure. I go, I guess I gotta help stop it too. And then it made the paper, hero comedian. I was just like, we stopped the guy from jumping off the bridge the same way you have a drunk friend that swears he's gonna drive even though he can't walk. And you have to take the keys and go, no. Yeah, I stopped the suicide by going, no. I don't even think he wanted to commit suicide. He just wanted to jump off a bridge to fucking show his girlfriend who's boss. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna deal with this one. No, I guess I'll stick with the fucked up one. Don't worry, I'll get on a roll here. If you haven't been to my shows, it usually starts like this, especially on a Sunday when I'm missing football. Our football. I actually said this out loud in Edinburgh. There's a chunk of material I wanted to get into about mental illness. And I usually segue from whatever the most recent mass murder shooting spree guy. Because they're all the time in the States. You just find the freshest one, and then there was a drought. And I said that, trying to segue into that piece of material on the first night on Thursday, that, hey, what I really need from you guys is I want you to go off your meds and go out and kill double-digit amounts of people to make this bit fresh again. And then on Friday morning, Merry Christmas! What caused this stuff? I don't know what's going on. And I don't know if that was, I haven't really followed up, but I don't, he wasn't off your meds guy. I don't think. I don't know. I haven't, but still, I know he said, this is the only way I'm going to make the papers, evidently, which is a mental illness in itself. That fucking ego. I've been in this business 25 years. There is a fucking a psychotic nature just to the desperation for fame. So, and you got like, oh fuck, I got some British, fucking UK mass killings. There was one in Scotland, but it's been forever. It's the 90s, 2010. I'm sure you would kill a lot of people if you. Hey, I'm afraid to ask the sound guy to fix that microphone over there because I'm afraid he's also the only bartender. It's better if I yell without a microphone than have you sober. By the way, if you're stuck in like the middle rows and you have to get out to get a drink, I could not sit through a comedy show without drinking. So meet your neighbor right now. Go, hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, because eventually I'm going to have to do this around you because I'm going to need cocktails. I want you to be comfortable going to the bar and coming back with 5 fucking pints underneath the bar because that's the way you should be. Mental illness, yeah, you can just fire that up. This is cut out a few times, but I think I'm going to work with it. I think I'm touching the clitoris down here wrong or something. I don't know what I'm doing, but let me just get to what I'm trying to talk about with mental illness. And we do have some kind of screening process in the States to stop mentally ill people from obtaining weapons. Evidently doesn't work real well, and I don't know what the screening process is. Whatever it is, it should include anyone with a religious belief. I'm not just being a prick atheist, but I'm just any sincere religious belief mirrors every symptom of mental illness exactly. If there were no religion and you just walked into a psychiatrist and told him that's what you were thinking all on your own. Yeah, one of he's in the room right now. You can't see him. He's listening. You don't even have to say it out loud. This is inside your head. You don't even have to act on the thought. He's judging them. He weighs your thoughts on a barometer of morality, and then at the end he decides whether or not you get taken to that subterranean theme park. They might not lock you up, but they're not going to give you a gun. It's probably a good thing. Of this bit. Mental illness, I'll break down into 2 camps of mental illness. There's camp 1 is mentally disturbed people. Those are people who have a mental illness that is disturbing to them. You know, everything's a germ. I'm afraid I wear plastic gloves like a Subway sandwich artist. And I'm afraid to touch anything. I wear a mask when I walk down the street like a SARS mask. Or I gotta flip the light switch 3 times before I go to work. 1, 2, 3. If I think I forgot, I'll drive home from work on my lunch break. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And no one knows I have this problem. Or the government has a chip in my brain and they're tracking my thoughts and they know everything I'm doing. That's mentally disturbed, camp 1. Camp 2, mentally challenged. Also have a mental impairment. They just don't seem disturbed by it whatsoever. So I'm quite happy to have it a lot of the time. They both have a mental disability, of sympathy. Mentally challenged, they get all the hugs and kickball in the world. They get to wear their pajamas all day. Mentally disturbed, they get kicked to the curb. As soon as they're old enough to get out of the fucking house, get out! There's nothing wrong with that boy. He's got that devil in him. You don't take care of them because they're mentally disturbed, they're irritating, and they're frustrating, and they can seem dangerous at times, and they walk through the crosswalk, and they have bees in their beard. And you know if you make eye contact with them, all that shit in their head is going to be your problem. And occasionally, rarely, but well publicized when it happens, occasionally mentally disturbed people will go out and kill a bunch of folks. So you don't want to give them that same safe quarter that you do retarded people. You want to vilify them. Retards never kill folks. Nobody ever says, did you hear about Kevin? He went all downsy and shot full-blown special needs and his own children back up. So retards get all the comfort, they get to live home until they're 45 or 80, you don't know how old they are ever. Crazies get chucked out in the fucking street, and you got free-range crazies roaming all over the neighborhoods and the parks and stuff. And then who has to deal with them? Us. Smokers. Nobody spends more time caring for the mentally disturbed than smokers. They're stuck out there on the fucking corner while you're all on Saturday night, you're break dancing, beatboxing, I don't know what you fucking do. I'm out front smoking. A stationary target going, oh shit, here. Back, inside, standing outside, you're like a salt lick for the homeless. Leaving my friends are in there, shit. Take care of your crazies. The whole idea that parents are no longer responsible for their offspring at a certain age is such utter dog shit, where you should be responsible for your children for the rest of your natural born life. That you fucking did that. Cut off where it's no longer your fault. Anytime you make the decision to have a child, you're taking a gigantic risk. You have no idea what kind of problem is going to flop out of that pink hole. So if you roll shitty dice at that craps game, society shall not be responsible for taking care of your gambling losses. Pay your market, motherfucker. You make that crazy. Get him out of the park. Put him back home. Put him in a bunk bed with the retarded kid. Give him equal fucking human decency. If my parents were alive today, I would sue them into poverty just for having me without my consent. How is that okay? You just make me and now I have to do shit? No, you. I used to be nothing. I never had a bad day. It was nothing. And then you made me. We all show up on this planet in the same weird state of disrepair, terror, confusion. It's like if we all disappeared from this room right now and reappeared on some alien planet with no memory of ever being here or even being a thing. Just all of a sudden, poof, you exist. And you go, what the fuck? You have some basic instincts. Like, I'm hungry. I want to throw shit down my neck. And I'm cold, so wrap something around me, but what the fuck is going on? And there's people on that planet that have been there longer than you, showed up just as fucked, But now they've been there long so that they can give you some hot tips. And if it stinks, don't step in it. And eat kale, I guess. Don't sign up for LinkedIn profiles because the spam will be never ending. But other than that, I don't fucking know either. And instead of like clinging to trees, terrified, no, fuck! No one's even curious after a while. You want a hard cider? It's a good day drinking drink. Oh, what the fuck is going on, bro? And then the people you knew disappear. Where the fuck did they go? What the fuck? And then some of you sadists take this to the next level where you go, hey, let's pull that same prank on somebody else who doesn't exist. Fuck me in the front potato. We'll watch it flop out and scream and cry in confusion, and we'll laugh at it until his knees are strong enough to hold his upper body weight. Then we'll make him work for free around the house like an asshole. Every one of us, black people, you didn't corner the market on slavery. Every single one of us was born into indentured servitude. 18 years a slave. Make that Oscar Wilde. 18 years a slave. And you still nothing. And you decided to be funny, and now I'm doing dishes, and I gotta fucking mow the lawn, and don't forget to put the shit in the dryer, and then do your homework. And then you're grounded. And fuck you, I'm grounded. That had me against Will. 13 years old. You know what I could do? I could make a dude too. Yeah, I know the law says 18, but nature said 13. I could crank out a dude just like you did, and then he would half my workload and be able to die. I didn't do that because I'm not a dick. Sue the shit out of my parents just to set precedent. They weren't bad people. Just you have to have some responsibility. I should have fucking work for them. I mean, 18 years at work, then I get shucked out on my own. Now they're conveniently dead. Drunk, ugly, and there's no one to talk to. Sue. I'm not even crazy or retarded. I'm just unamused with the outcome of their poorly thought through prank. Retarded. Unfashionable word to use, but you have to remember it's still in play where I live. So you have to have some cultural tolerance. Not the United States in general, but where I live in Arizona, where they take care of retarded people, is in the neighboring town of Douglas, Arizona. And they still have their big vintage 1963 beautiful sign that any hipster would be happy to have in his man cave. And it says, Douglas Association for Retarded Citizens. Because they don't have the money to change this sign based on the whims of political correctness. They barely have enough money to take care of the retards and upkeep the bulbs in that beautiful sign. But you can call crazy people anything you want. That never goes out of fashion. You psycho, fucking nut job, wacko. You drop a tard bomb in this company. Oh, you better pick up the tab at that company luncheon. It's a fucking difference. It doesn't matter because retarded wasn't a word that was born in hatred. It's not like other epithets. It was actually a word of sensitivity. If you know, retarded and retarded were put into play because that was a clinical diagnosis. Before that, the clinical diagnosis was moron or imbecile. Now what happened is we co-opted those words to call our friend when he does something incredibly stupid. So, out of sensitivity, they changed the name to retarded. And what happened was we co-opted to call our friend when he does something incredibly stupid. This is what some smart fuck at Harvard called the euphemism treadmill. You can keep changing the word. If you make the new word stick, that's what I'm going to call my friend. Oh, wouldn't you just put a metal plate in a microwave? What are you, developmentally disabled? Microwave? Jesus. So you can keep changing it and make it more difficult to pronounce and Latin-based, medically rooted. If that sticks, that's what I'm going to call you when you trip over your own shoelaces on the sidewalk. Ha ha ha! You just exhibited some of the Atlanto-axial usually associated with your trisomy 21 chromosome imbalance. You still have some blogger from the back of the room. That's not funny. My son was born with the trisomy 21 genetic disorder. You never raised a child like that. You have some sensitivity. Again, this is always why I have a hypothetical heckler thrown off the balcony now. After class, I'm actually off the balcony. I hope that you're getting my point, that I'm saying that crazy people need just as much help and caring as retarded people. I'm not making fun. Well, I am making fun. It's bad. I am making fun. That's a good thing. Making fun. Write that down, Brian. I don't know if I'm just too fucking road weary, but that seems. Is that too observational? Why is making fun a negative thing? I have any actual crazies here, like labeled, diagnosed crazies? No. Ginger. See? It's completely okay to make fun of crazy. No, I'm not fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm labeled, I'm fucking married. I said, does anyone actually have cancer here? Completely okay. What kind of cancer do you have? Yeah, you're just crazy. Yeah, brain cancer? Terminal? What? Nearly terminal? Well, drink up. No wonder you're out on a Sunday. Well, good luck. If your husband wants to talk to me for any conversation, fair. I guess we already established how that'll go. Look here, man. Let's go out. Let's go to a titty bar, dude. Fucking see some titties. Breathe in. What's that shackle, huh? Fucking look at the knob. I gotta flesh that fucking Lord Tibble bit out, honey. Alright. But no, honestly, no one's prescribed or Bingo, my girlfriend, we deal with, she's bipolar, schizoaffective, and she's mostly self-medicated for the last 10 years. The care that we get, and I'm sure the NHS, as much as it's free, is probably not really whippy when it comes to what's going on. Most crazies I know they do their own medication. We're notorious, where I live in Arizona, notorious for shitty care of Camp 1. Bingo's camp 1. Disturbed. Was it touch camp 2? Says stuff that makes you wonder. But in Arizona notorious, one of the shooters, crazy Jared Loeffner, was the government has a chip in my head and they're monitoring my thoughts, kind of disturbed. And he had to take this out. He went down to the supermarket with a gun and he killed, I think, 11 people. He shot our congresswoman, Gabrielle Giffords, right through the fucking beans. Whap! As she lived, sorta. That's the funny part, is one of our our mentally disturbed people shot our congresswoman mentally challenged. She still walks, sort of, but she's straight up retarded. But she lived, much to her husband's chagrin. Even after being announced as having been killed, but no, she's actually not dead. And you know, he was an astronaut. You have to understand, this was this perfect up-and-coming power couple. She's an up-and-coming congresswoman. He's an astronaut. But you go, they exist? Really? And so while she's in rehabilitation, trying to learn how to eat peas again, after being shot through a grape, he has to take his final space mission, and you know he's hoping he gets lost up there, like George Clooney in Gravity. It's just, get me out of here. Put me in the leakiest rocket with the worst maintenance record and just shoot me off with fucking bottle rockets. This is Major Tom to ground control. Is my wife still shot retarded? Is she still making awkward personal appearances? As she gives a speech, but no one really understands what she just said. It's only okay to laugh at it to need a reason for it to be okay, because at the time that Gabrielle Giffords gets shot through the fucking noggin, we ranked 49th out of 50 states in mental health care. In the disturbed camp. That's not tragic. That's some instant karma gonna catch you right in the grave. Yeah, you should have chucked some of that fucking retard money crazy. Retard's got that big, sweet, vintage sign. Crazy's got jack shit. None of this is embellished. Where Bingo goes to get mental health care for bipolar schizoaffective, and it's gotten bad. She goes to Community Intervention Associates. It's in a U-shaped strip mall on the outskirts of town with tumbleweeds blowing through the parking lot. And on this side of the U is the Second Amendment gun shop. In the middle is the Bisbee Brewery. And on one end, Community Intervention Associates, they have the acronym blown up on the door. And she doesn't even get to see a doctor. She gets a registered nurse that she talks to via Skype. So if you're in fucking Jared Loeffner type, and all the fucking poltergeist and plastic bags and shortwave radio in your head are telling you to do the bad, bad thing, and the one final synapse in your head that's reasonable is saying, try to get some help. This might, to get that help, you would have to walk past the gun shop and the bar, walk through a tinted glass door marked CIA. Television set that talks back. And you wonder why people die in hails of gunfire. It ain't always the guns. Enjoy, see? Just look at a drink, have a smoke. I'm here all night. It's like fireside dinner. No, I'm not. I wasn't being sarcastic. I'm on your side. I'd be out there fucking smoking and doing this in the parking lot. Tip your waitress. Doctors are generally wrong. might not even have brain cancer. Just assume you don't. You don't like the diagnosis? I mean, I'm assuming you really have brain cancer. If you were a dude, I doubt you. But there's so few women come to my shows that I'm guessing you probably have fucking brain cancer. Maybe it'll go away. It's stupid to pray for, but what's that? You do pray? Oh, don't, yeah. But just you can always assume that the doctor's an idiot. Here's the thing with doctors that bother me. A doctor will never just say, I don't know. Beats the fuck out of me. That sounds weird. Doctors just make up shit. If they don't have something to diagnose you, they'll just find something. How did that work out for the show? Did that help at all? If you were going to do a Yelp review of the entire show, how do you think you'd rank your part? I'm not going to shit on you because you can't Yelp individuals yet, but I'm working on an app. Doc will just say, if you have a kid with autism, you probably got to a place where they said, well, it could be Asperger's, because he's not responding to... You just say, I don't fucking know! Just be honest, don't make up all this... And it's not just doctors. Let me back up, before I just shit on doctors individually. As a species, human beings have almost always been wrong about almost every single thing that we ever thought was right for the entirety of recorded human history. Wrong, oops, fail, wrong again, I'm sorry, wrong. From the earth is flat to fucking burning witches to slavery to fucking... They used to think Liberace was straight. I mean, everything wrong. Reefer Madness wrong. And then, but all of a sudden, you still think that we're right today. Despite the track history of always wrong. Well, no, I just read in the paper that if you eat broccoli, then you can keep smoking cigarettes. No one fucking knows. Just doctors are at the forefront of that wrong, because you want to trust them. You need to hear what you want to hear. So doctors bleeding people, applying leeches, fucking lobotomies, wrong, doctors. Endless. Before Jonas Salk cured polio in the 30s, the common thought of the day was that stray cats were spreading the disease. So people would go out and murder stray cats by the tens of thousands, fucking Holocaust style, just on the rumor. Some guy said a stray cat. How good would you have felt about yourself if you were one of those volunteers out in the killing fields of cats, just one at a time with a butcher knife in a field? And rubber hip waders on, and splattering cat gut up to your knees and dead cat. And then Jonas Salk walks out of a trailer somewhere with his beakers, his white smock, going, "What the fucking heck?" No, Jesus, stop! You're not even close to right. Stop it! No, I'm sorry. It's the original 10K cat killed for the cure, and you're out there. You're so fucking. One doctor said maybe. Maybe I'm not going to get on a roll tonight. I don't know. I know what I did all weekend. I'm curious what you did to make you as fucking dull as me. Don't worry, I'm going somewhere. I'm taking a long, awkward pause. It makes me feel comfortable when you're a little fidgety. 7 more of these fucking Don't join the ISIS. It's a problem. The ISIS or the Islamic State, the ISIL, I don't know what you call them over here, but don't do that. The ISIS is evidently recruiting through the social media disenfranchised, hopeless young men to join the cause. And you go, that's my demographic, isn't it? Fuck off, ISIS. And no one is really competing for my comedy market. If Michael McIntyre were playing over at the O2, you're not flipping a coin. That's not. Doesn't lie in comedy. My competition is in the ISIS trying to get that disenfranchised, hopeless, young fucking knock-kneed fat dude in a Misfits t-shirt that showed up to the show alone. Don't join ISIS, stay with me. You think if you catch Jihadi John after a beheading walking home, he's going to take a selfie with you? Blow you off. I'll take a selfie with you if you can find me after the show. Thank you. That's my friend Jack. I just talked to him at a bar. I was nice to him. I signed a thing. Jihadi John wouldn't do that. He wouldn't even take off his wrap to show you his secret identity. Did he even get caught, Jihadi John, the beheading dude? He's like a rapper here in England or something. I should talk to people. Because I asked all these questions I should have asked Jack at the bar before the show. Hey, let me fact check this with you. The Jihadi John going to do jokes about beheadings. That's a smooth segue into fucking darker material. Jihadi John, with the beheading videos, I don't know if the beheading videos, because they were hot and then they stopped, and I don't know if it's like True Detective where they just run 8 episodes and then they wait a year and recast it. Because Jihadi John was the beheading, he was like the, I don't know if it's the protagonist, antagonist, half full, half empty, I don't know. It's the guy, the beheading video would have Jihadi John doing this long monologue, which is a little stiff. Funnier than Jimmy Fallon, but it kept sometimes you had to fast forward. And every episode of the beheadings had a guest star in an orange jumpsuit on stage. So it's a new guest star every week, and that guy really carried the show. If you watch the show, I don't know if it's on Netflix, UK yet, but if you watch it, because he had to do all the real acting. He had no lines. He had no dialogue. He had to carry that just with the showing stoicism and trying not to betray his inner terror. It's his first time on TV, and he knows his parents are watching, and he's going to carry this whole thing. My only critique with the beheading videos was they didn't show the cutting off of the head part. Did you ever watch them?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy talks a long time, all the guys, and then they just put the knife to the neck, and then they cut to a headless body with the head next to the body. This is not. This is soft core beheading. Penetration. Beheading video. I'm the early 2000s man. Remember Daniel Pearl?
Yeah.
And all those beheadings in the early 2000s, and that was like, gurgly. This is not even a beheading, it's a beheaded video. It's not a beheading. Your tense is wrong. I hope someone is getting chewed out in an bay over at ISIS Central Casting. No, Louis, I saw your last reel. You're still missing an integral part of the beheading video. It's the gurgle gurgle part that people respond well to in focus groups. Are you with me, Louis? What are you doing here? Every story has an arc to it, Louis. Boy meets girl. Girl falls in love with boy, and then you just have girl has no head, and no one knows why. We're not making art films here. Do you remember 9/11? Imagine if they left out the part where the footage with the plane hits the fucking building. See what a letdown that would be? I asked you to make me pornography, and you showed me a man unzipping his. Why? And then you smash cut to cum. Public cum, and no one that's my new project. I'm pitching around Hollywood to nobody. I want to do a clip show like that, like Tosh.0. Do you watch that on the internet with the BitTorrents? It's like a funny version of You've Been Framed. It's kicked in the balls videos with a crazy voiceover. I want to do the same thing, but with really horrific, lively images of woman jumps in front of train and commits suicide, Serbian war crime, death, fucking genital mutilation, Mexican drug cartel torture videos. And then I just do the happy, wacky voiceover with the beheading video. Oh, the first blade lifts the neck up, and then the third blade shaves it down smooth right to the. We'll be back after this commercial. The web redemption of Ray Rice. You know Ray Rice. Oh, you know. The fucking guy caught on security footage knocking out his wife in the elevator. She talked shit. Boom. Yeah, now you know. Yeah, you didn't know you watched American football, but that was it at its finest. He was an NFL guy. And in the NFL, hitting her lefty, chivalry. Don't need the NFL. You need the TMZ. That's the fucking problem. TMZ, like that was some shit you want to see. Sometimes there's things that you have to look at it on the internet, but never click on TMZ. They are the biggest fucking parasite, filthy. It's like Harvey Levin, the guy that runs TMZ, if you ever see the show, he's like the Fagin of celebrity gossip, where he just sends out you, the general public, hey, if you ever see a celebrity, just pull out your cell phone camera and annoy them until they flip you off, and then we can put it on our show and go, looks like Justin Timberlake doesn't like his fans one day. What are you doing, Justin? Hey, what are you at the airport for? What are you drinking? What's in your coffee? Do you take sweet low sugar? What are you doing? What are you like? Come on. Oh, looks like Justin Timberlake. Fucking pathetic. That guy is such a pariah, such a fucking barnacle. This fucking fake hands. Clammy Harvey Levin. If the Nazis only committed all of those atrocities because they had some prescience and were trying to prevent Harvey Levin from existing on this planet, even a lot of Jews would have to write off the Holocaust Tomorrow I will be apologizing for that joke at a press conference attended by absolutely nobody. Because nobody gives a shit what I say. I don't know about here, but in the States, every 3 weeks there's another comic apologizing for something they said that was way weaker than the shit I say every fucking night. No one ever asked me to apologize. They just want me one time. I committed some outrage. Something about fucking redheaded stepchildren. What? Every night I think about that. Why don't you ask me? I can do whatever the fuck I want on stage. No one ever Duggar daughters right now. On stage, I can digitally manipulate. If you don't understand the reference, just imagine three girls from a family of 18, and they're the youngest, and they were molested by one of the older brothers, and it came out during their reality show, and they canceled the show. Picture me holding them up as a closing bit, like paper puppets. I could play the Duggar daughters' little labias as a closing bit, like wine glasses. Like on Britain's Got Talent. Still wouldn't make the fucking thing. I could hang myself with a belt from my own doorknob and kill myself like Robin Williams, and I wouldn't even make my local police beat. Like, down 5,000. Robin Williams, this is I don't know if you know the story, but I did an episode of the show Louie. Thank you for having BitTorrent. I played a washed up, alcoholic, shitbag, go nowhere comedian. I took like months of acting classes. I did a ride along with a guy that was like that for a few weeks just to see what makes that man tick. It was a stretch. But I did this character where it's a suicidal comic, and Robin Williams emailed Louis C.K., who forwarded me the email so I could see the compliment, and Robin Williams wrote that the Doug Stanhope episode of Louis was the most potent dialogue I've seen on the subject of suicide ever on television. And you go, all right, well that's a little nice pat on the back. And it made me think, maybe, as low-rated as I am, maybe I somehow influenced Robin Williams in the late stages of his career. It's a nice. I have a big head, but I can find a small hook on which to hang my hat. Much the same way, I like to take a little bit of credit for the first gay NFL player that came into the league. Michael Sam, right after I put out my last special, which closed on like a 9-minute graphic depiction of interracial gay man rape on an NFL field, all of a sudden, college player going into the NFL draft was the first guy to come out of the closet as gay in the NFL, and he got picked up. He never played it down, but technically, I like to believe that I guided that. I think he saw my special. Maybe he wasn't even gay till he saw how alluring I made that sound. But yeah, I'm going to come out as gay in the NFL. I did ask Brian when we landed if there's any gay athletes. Like not swimmers, but and he goes, rugby there's like gay, openly gay dudes over here. So I looked it up and I found the first article I found was Sam Stanley came out of the closet in August, as it said in the story, the headline, first openly gay English rugby union football player. And about 4 paragraphs down, it said that he was inspired to come out of the closet by the first openly gay English rugby player, Keegan Hurst, who was in the same article inspired by the 2009 coming out of Gareth Thomas, a cross-code international, former captain of the British and Irish Lions, who was the first gay rugby player. Like, how many first gay rugby players do you have? I don't know how it goes down over here when someone comes out of the closet in a very cheese-mo-driven sport. But over there, we've had a basketball player, football player, baseball player, minor leagues. And every time a gay athlete comes out, the talking heads on SportsCenter always will come back to this weird hypothetical locker room scenario when they interview other players. Well, honestly, open up. How are you going to feel knowing that you're going to share a locker room with an openly gay person? Like when you're showering after the game and you know that person is openly gay, are you going to be concerned that he might be sexualizing you? Or are you going to be comfortable? So I'll go with you because you look like you have a job, and it's tough to profile in my audience for someone. I don't have to go to the audience for this. I do it just like, what do you do for a living? Just make something up. It doesn't matter. The conversation goes nowhere after this. Go ahead. What? You're a student. You don't do anything for a living. How would any of you feel at the end of the day at work doing nothing and nothing? If you had a shower with your, thanks Betsy for saying that you're an accountant, you're an accountant, whatever. You're a fucking postman. If you had to shower with someone at the end of the work, knowing that they're homosexual and might be sexual. My point is, what other occupation anywhere in civilized Western society do you shower together? That's normal. Nobody should boot camp, military. They shower together because they're being humiliated and they're trying to break your spirit. But who the fuck showers together? Sexuality should be the last of your questions. You fucking go to work on your first day and you're a fucking delivery driver for fucking Federal Express and they go, hey, good work on your first day. They're really nice to see you're picking everything up. Hit the showers and we'll see you on Monday. What? Shower? Other fucking people? And these are professional athletes. They're the fucking most highest paid people walking. You have private jets. You don't have private showers. Question that? You drive an Escalade and you have a posse and you buy all the Cristal at the Spearmint Rhino Titty Bar, but then you're fucking snapping towels and slapping dogs with other kids in a Turkish bath after work. That's fucking status, really? Gay porn stars, when they're done gay porning around on the set, they shower alone. Step it up. Spend $40 at Home Depot. Get a little fucking privacy divider between you and the other dogs. Who are you? Do you take dumps together? There's no teamwork out there today. We're going to become a team. No more shitting by yourself in the stall. We're shit together in a trough. Everyone line up and squeeze. I want to see you wipe the guy on your left. I need defense on this team. Wipe the dude to your left. I'm going to wipe him, dude, but if he gets a boner, I'll beat the shit out of him. Team player, I'm not a fag. Silly. People ask all the wrong questions. I came out as gay on my last special. Came out of the closet, nothing. Not one press release from the LGBT community supporting my fucking decision. It's almost like people didn't believe me. So now I'm going to tell you the real truth. Is that I'm transgender. Right now. I'm actually transgendered, and it's so freeing to let that out my chest. And you're in Newcastle. Now, if you don't know what it means, I'm a woman. I was born into the body of a man, but I identify as a woman. I just happen to be a slovenly pig woman who doesn't take care of herself. No, that's my prerogative. That's my choice. Just don't give a shit. I don't wear makeup. I find it silly. I don't shave body parts. I'm too lazy. I barely clean myself, for Christ's sake. I fucking shave. I'm just an old cougar, slovenly, skank pig woman. You're not all fucking Caitlyn Jenner. Let it go. She can be a beauty queen. That's her individuality. I'm not that kind of like glamour girl. The only modeling I've ever done is I let my teeth be photographed for warning labels on cigarette packets. I don't need the fucking spotlight. I'm just a good fucking country gal who likes to fucking take a shit. I'll destroy a bathroom with some rancid sushi shit and then try to trick someone into coming in. Hey, can you help me with this plunger? And then I lock the door and I shut him in and let him sit in the stink. I'm a guy's girl. I have that sense of humor. If I have to fart at dinner, I'll find a hard chair so I get maximum torque and lean. That's the kind of lady. And if you can't accept me for the lady that I am, then you can suck my dick and jump my balls because you're intolerant. And you need to look at you. There's something reason that makes you so uncomfortable being around a lady like that. Don't wear your dresses. I wear fucking fabulous fucking golf club mint slacks. I'm a fucking polyamorous transgender. I'll scissor ball your girlfriend. Is that some? You're not accepting me? It takes a lot of courage to come out there. Laugh in my face. Here you make fun. See, this would be a callback, this making fun thing. Do I always say making fun? I'm working on an eating disorder right now. I'm trying to develop that. And not to fit some male-driven media role model stereotype of what a woman should look like. I'm just trying to save the pants. Because honestly, the fucking suits, you have no idea how many years I've put into my only interest in life. I don't go to your museum or see a fucking dumb castle. You probably don't even have a new castle. And that would be the government. I would sue you for false advertising. You probably don't even have an old one. I go out to thrift stores in the States and I find dumb outfits like this because I think they're funny. And then I start getting fat. I have a couple hernias working. So if you were going to ask, hey, as a transgender, are you going to have the surgery? No. I have real surgeries I need, and I ignore them. I'm not going to cut off a hilarious pair of balls as a priority. I have fucking two hard hernias going. And the balls are hilarious to pull out at last call. You just pull your balls out and you just hang up on the jukebox and hey, see if anyone notices. It's fucking hilarious. Why? Because I'm a chick. There's fucking long balls and my fucking ball hair are like your hipster beard. Like long, like itchy, straggly hair. They're not curly, they're long like a beard of a hipster. Yeah, that's funny when a chick does it. So, until I get the hernias, I got a ventral hernia. That's where these muscles split apart. Common in alcoholics and pregnant women. So the jury's still out on how that one happened. The inguinal hernia right here, that's the groinial one. That's bad enough that if I sneeze, I have to do a high kick like a rocket. Achoo! And my reading glasses fall off my head. This happens at least 3 times a day. But the high kick keeps you from spraying your guts out like a balloon animal. So if that's not getting me under the knife, hilarious balls are not going to take the #1 spot of surgeries. So the eating disorder, I figure if I can develop an eating disorder, does anyone have one? Because I think I can do it right. I don't have the weird psychology that usually goes with an eating disorder. I don't have a poor self-image. I don't own mirrors. But I think, like, if I get too fat, I would have to start over, like, just gaining a pant size. I would have to start over years of combing thrift stores for perfect polyester pants. Which, by the way, the polyester, as funny as it is, under hot lights, it will pull a stink out of you. Like, it doesn't matter how many layers of deodorant or a fucking ball powder you have. You're gonna stink. Which makes it amazing that a lot of us are alive at all. The fact that people procreated. When you realize how bad fucking had to smell as recently as 40 years ago, when your parents were disco dancing and shit like this, they were wearing it without even being funny, and they're dancing all night at a Studio 52 and doing cocaine, and then fucking in a toilet with all their pubes on, all the way up to the I would just say, let's just watch each other jerk off from across the room. We should be extinct as a species after that. Obituaries should list sizes. I'm all over the map right now, but I'm really into my fucking suit. But that would make thrift store shopping so much easier if obituaries would just list the dude's size. He was a Korean War veteran, and he worked with the unions, and he liked to disco dance in the 70s in stupid outfits, and he was a 42 coat with a 32 waist. I never know what neighborhood to shop in the fucking charity shop. That would make it so much easier. So my eating disorder goes like this. I just puke enough to keep the pants. I don't want to fucking vomit my weight. I don't have that weird thing where that other people that have it. People, you know, if you're a smoker, and there's the people who, I can smoke like 2 or 3 cigarettes a year. It's New Year's Eve. Let me try one of those. I can't believe I used to do this. It's gross. And you go, I fucking hate you. You smoke fucking constantly. I want to be that to an eating disorder girl. I'm just puking up from the pants. Stretched out. Do you only puke like that much? I would so want to be like you. It was so great if we could just, once I puke, I just have to puke and puke and puke. I don't want to puke my fucking teeth down to black shards with a stomach acid rot your teeth out. I just want to puke enough to get the first layer of yellow smoking stains off. I want to vomit my way into teeth whitening while maintaining a 32 waist. I could be a social vomiter where it's not a problem. I just don't want the inherent rudeness that comes with an eating disorder. Because they're fucking rude people. If you're out there, you don't mean to be, but you're tacitly rude. An eating disorder has an underlying rudeness in the reason that they can vomit their way down to 78 pounds of bile breath and organ failure. It's because they still think they're fat. They still see themselves as obese, which is sad, but if that's what you think, when you're fucking Auschwitz, Karen Carpenter size, emaciated in a mirror, and you think you're fat, what do you think when you look at me? I know what you're thinking, and it's fucking rude. So you look at me, stare at the sidewalk, if that's the way you're gonna be. Fucking judge me like that. Rude. It's like kids with cancer. Fuck you, kids with cancer. Everyone goes out and they shave their heads to make wigs for the kids with cancer. It's the Locks of Love Foundation. That's one of the states. I don't know what we have. And we're going to show up at the supermarket parking lot on Saturday, and everyone's going to shave their head, and we're going to donate it to make wigs for the kids with cancer. Even the mayor's going to shave his head. That should be such an affront to any bald or balding man in this room that some child is dying of cancer concerned. Oh yeah, he's gonna die, but God forbid he dies looking like you! My child! Someone else's hair! It's just hair! What is this shit? It's not a medical condition. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt. He's 6 years old. Is he trying to get pussy? God forbid your kid dies without having learned our obscene, obsessive, compulsive fucking values of personal appearance and vanity. Yeah, no. I have an issue here too. I'm not pointing at you. I got an area right here. It's not bald, but there's cause for this. No, it's not fucking bald. Put a fucking cigarette lighter to that, and the flames will appear. Bingo gives me the same shit. It's the whole. You should put some sunblock on your bald spot. You're getting red. It's not a fucking bald spot. There's actual hair on it, Bingo. Your chest is bald. If this were growing on your chest, you couldn't find a man. And we took this argument one night to an extreme where I went in to prove a point, shit-faced, which I don't need to preface. You'll get that from the story. I went into the bathroom and I razor shaved my entire head except for this spot right there. I came out of the bathroom so proud of myself. Hey, Bingo! Where's my bald spot? Where were you saying my bald spot was? Come here. Show me the part of my head that you said was a bald spot. What's this called now? That's my hairy spot. Say it. Say it, Bingo. Say it out loud with your mouth. That's your hairy spot, Stanhope. Not wrong. You're always right. Then I had to walk around with that haircut for 2 or 3 weeks until I thought I rubbed it in enough. While my friends are going, what the fuck did you do? Did you lose a bet? No, I won a bet. I kind of won a bet. And then I thought, wouldn't it be magnanimous of me to donate my hairy spot to some little kid dying of cancer? Like everyone else. I'll go down and I'll find the kid that showed up late. After all that great weatherman hair was already spoken for, and I'll go, don't worry, little buddy, I got you covered right here. I'm gonna shave that off for you. I'm gonna stick it on you with fucking Elmer's glue. You want to wear this? You want to wear that? You want to look like some elderly Jew who's still wearing his lucky yarmulke for the last 70 years? And now it's all threadbare and wispy? You want to wear that pompadour of shame into your little tiny grave? I'm ready to give it up. No kid with cash would take it. Because they're picky and they're rude. You go sit back there with your puker friend, kid with cancer. I know you're both having a bad day, but don't take it out on people who are trying to give back to the community. Only part of my body I can donate that's not toxic. My fucking hairy spot. You look concerned about this. Is there a fucking union gig? I'm gonna close up. I get like 3 jokes. Oh, the guy's staring at me. I'm getting a Jägermeister tattooed across my toes. That's my next. Boo. No, that's exactly the point. Is boo. Glad you said it. Getting Jägermeister tattooed across my toes so that when I lose my toes to the diabetes that I assume if I don't have it, I'm gonna get it from 20 years that I drank Jägermeister. I can have those toes when they lock them off from the diabetic neuropathy. I'll be able to keep them and hang them on a fishing line around my neck. Like a shrunken head charm bracelet of little dingly dangly Jaeger toes to remind me of all the fun I had. Like the Jägermeister. Like a Vietnam vet that came out of the jungle with all the VC Viet Cong ears of his enemies he sliced off and hung around his neck to remind him of his time in the shit. Still have nightmares, man. Do you ever find yourself saying that? I mean, a lot of people have gone through some traumatic shit, especially at my shows. I draw you, and I'm glad you're here. Glad this time together. I'm glad no one got thrown off the balcony and no one pushed anyone in the face. Glad we could share a little bit of hate and then let it dissolve rather than propagate it. If you ever find yourself as one of those victims of traumatic events that says, and I still have nightmares, just remember, so does everybody else. At least now yours makes sense. Grounded in reality, at least you have a basis to connect. I have nightmares where I'm riding on a carp, bareback, underneath the water in a swamp, and then above the water, and then under, and I don't know how I can breathe, but I know that I'm pregnant and I miscarry because I smoked cigarettes. The baby was born still because I smoked cigarettes, and they can prosecute me for that now. And I'm going to go to jail for the rest of my life for delivering a stillborn baby in his fucking non-smoking swamp. It doesn't make any sense at all. My wife doesn't fucking hold me. Bingo, waking me up going, no, it's okay, honey. The baby was gonna die anyway. You're safe now. I have fucking nightmares and dreams. Dreams suck way worse. There's dreams where you go, oh, I just won $775,000 in the lottery, and then I missed my plane, but Air Force One was there, and then we're gonna give me a free ride because the president says I'm his favorite comic ever, and he has all my DVDs. And you go, oh my God, this is great. And then you wake up, and I'm still sleeping, sweat through my suit in a travel lodge, hungover. I have a 9-hour drive to Billings, Montana, and I can't even sell that fucking room out. I'd rather ride the carp. It's a nightmare. To wake up happy it's not real. The Vietnam vets in the States, they walk around now that I can fuck with them because they're old enough. Crazy like biker guy, but they all wear these hats that say Vietnam vet or stickers on their truck with the baseball hats. You see them in Vegas casinos. But they, why are you wearing that? It said Dang Wang, 78 to 68 to 70. And the platoon with the gold epaulets. Why would you wear a hat fucking celebrating? You got fucked over so badly by your own government. Why would you wear a hat to promote the fact that you're incredibly Nixon, in his own words, speaks openly in the Nixon tapes about delaying the withdrawal of troops so he can win re-election. Fuck him if thousands more die. I don't want to look soft on this issue, so fuck him. That's all you. They fucked you over and then sold you merch? That's like a rape victim walking around with a pink trucker cap, molested. Snapper, 82 to 86. Hey girls, where's all the fun at? Alright, I don't think I have any other jokes. I kind of opened with a closer and closed with a fucking mid-range. I appreciate you, Newcastle, and you always are. Yeah!